everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Zombie Bait, and today's lesson is going to be over stride. So this is just going to be a forward stride. This is basically what gets you going forward. I've been online a lot lately during this heat wave in Arizona and during our quarantine. So I've been inside kind of looking over, TikTok and Instagram, following new skaters, finding some cool friends. But what I'm noticing is that a trend is kind of going around where they're asking for help to learn how to skate, and the advice they're getting is okay, but it's kind of empty and there's no real description on how to really do anything. So it's kind of confusing some of our newer skaters on how their body mechanics should be working for them on their new skates. So that's what we're just gonna go over today. We're gonna break down a forward stride for everybody, and stay tuned. Okay, so we will be starting this lesson Dryland. So for those of you just joining us, Dryland means off skates. So if you have your skates, go ahead and go grab those for the second half of the video. But for right now, we're just gonna start in our tennis shoes. So if you need to go press pause to go get those skates, press pause to go get those skates. Now is the time. Okay, so Dryland workout for our forward stride. We're gonna start somewhat shoulder width apart, a little bit more if you need to, a little bit less if you need to. What I do want to say though is I don't want you starting here, because if you skate too close to yourself, you will clip those wheels and trip yourself up. So I don't even want you guys here, because those wheels will be a little too close. So really shoulder width apart, because that's kind of a natural skate stance anyways. So what we want to do is we want to focus on where our weight is going and where our legs are going. A huge misconception with roller skating when you first buy skates or you first see somebody roller skating is that they're pushing back to go forward, and that's actually not the case. Pushing back to go forward will kind of make you not go forward. If anything, you're just going to go backwards, depending on where that weight is in your wheels. But with forward stride, I want you to set up a little bit more with your feet closer to a 45-degree angle. It doesn't have to be, military 45-degree angle, for those of you that have military experience, but close to about a 45-degree angle. And what I want you to do is put your weight on your right leg for now, just for now, and kind of only have weight on your big toe on your left leg, just so you could kind of get the feeling of what that's supposed to feel like. And kind of switch weight on the big toe, the ball of your foot. Okay, so when you're actually taking a stride in roller skating, you're going to be pushing back about a 45-degree angle from yourself. Sorry everybody, I had some technical difficulties, and apparently half of that video did not record for our tennis shoe workout. So we're going to do this in my kitchen again. Excuse the baby and the cartoons in the background. But I have this little dot here, and that's going to represent our midline / center of gravity. So we're going to kind of start here. Again, about 45-degree angle-ish, give or take, depending on, your own body type. Make sure your knees are a little bent when you're doing these workouts. And our weight is going to be on our right leg first, and we're going to push off with our left leg. So when you push off, you want to kind of push off about a 45-degree angle, give or take. So it could be here, 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 depending on your speed and again your own personal center of balance. So when you push off, center of balance, midline, weight in your right leg, push back. And when you push back, I want you to focus on where your weight is. So this is called the outside edge. This is called the inside edge. So when we start talking about edge work later, you know what we're talking about. But so your outside edge, you want to use your back wheel and a little bit of your front wheel when you're pushing back. But when you're finishing that stride, that weight is going to shift diagonally. So from the back to the front and to about the ball of your foot. give or take, again, dependent on your own center of gravity. So when you push back, weight in the back, transfer forward, finish off with that toe. And same thing this way. Push back, bring that weight forward, finish off with your toe. And that's what's going to give you that stride. It's also going to give you more power with less effort eventually, because that means you're using your body mechanics much more efficiently. So knees bent, push back, shift weight forward to the toe, and lift. So when you land, you're landing about shoulder width apart. Switch, knees bent, push back, and finish off with that toe. The reason I want your knees bent is because if you have straight knees and you try pushing back, you don't really have anywhere to push. That's it. That's the distance you have, is from here to here. Now when you bend your legs, it gives you much more room for extension and balance correction. And that means you could push all the way back to here. And once again, once those body mechanics happen and they start becoming much more natural, you'll be using a lot less work to go a lot faster and a lot further. Okay, so today we actually have Blue's Cruise here out to help me today. So if you do have a stroller or a cart or anything that you can use, I can suggest using it, but it's not completely necessary to use when you're learning how to skate. But if that helps you keep you balanced a little bit more so you can focus on your footwork a little bit more, then I would say go ahead and just use it. You won't need it long though, so don't go buy one just to help you skate, because you really won't need it for too long, hopefully. I'm the world's slowest student when it comes to skating. It took me about 3 months to even learn how to stand and skate, so let alone moving forward. So that's why I think this lesson is going to be very important today. But like we said before, when we had our shoes on, or when we were doing Dryland workout, is you don't want to start with your feet so close that you're clipping your wheels. You want to start with them just a little bit apart, about shoulder width, give or take, depending on where you're comfortable right now as you start learning to skate. And when you do move forward and you take a real stride, I do want to reiterate to point that foot out this way. Just a little bit. And you're not going to push completely to the side when you're taking your stride. You actually want to push just a little back. About at a 45-degree angle for those of you that need a mental visual. So if you could create that 45-degree angle and push, create that angle, push, create that angle, push, 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 push. If you can only do one leg at a time as you're learning, that's totally acceptable. But towards the end of your practice, I want you to at least attempt to do the opposite foot a couple times by itself. Because everything that we do, we want to make sure that we do the opposite side just as often. One, because it improves our skating skills. Two, it improves the way our brain works, and it kind of exercises our brain. And three, it's going to minimize injuries. So if you do crossovers in the same direction all the time without doing the opposite side, you're going to be more prone to getting overuse injuries, and you're also going to be prone to just getting injuries from not working out the other side as often. So one side of your muscles will pull more often and stronger than the other side, and that's what will lead to those types of injuries. So definitely always work out the other side just as often as you work out the good side. Sorry, we had to head to the truck because the baby got a little hot out here. It's toasty. But yeah, that's about it as far as Ford Stride goes. Keep those body mechanics, and we'll move on to the next lesson next time. Thanks for joining.